Are you a photographer looking to elevate your presentation and delivery game? Imagine a world where your creative vision meets the sleek finish of a professional album and gallery, all with the ease of cloud-based technology. In the bustling world of photography, your choice of tools can make or break the client experience. Today, we're diving into a game changer for professionals who are serious about their craft: Zno Gallery. Now, this video is sponsored by Zno, but they do not have any say in what I talk about with their product. All the words you hear are my thoughts alone, with no influence by Zno. Now, Zno isn't just another name in the photography industry. It's a dual threat as both a printing lab and a software company that's redefining how photographers design and share their work. With a direct comparison to industry giants, Zno Gallery offers a polished, user-friendly alternative to other solutions, with the added bonus of turning clicks into prints through its integrated store and integration into their other software products. For example, you can create a gallery and then build an album based on the gallery. Smart. So what sets Zno apart in a marketplace flooded with options? Stay tuned as we explore the nuances that make Zno Gallery not just a tool, but a partner in your photography business, promising to add value with every photo turned into a story. Let's head over to the computer and have a look at Zno Gallery. They have multiple products at Zno. They have the Zno Designer, which is a cloud-based album design creation software. They have Zno Gallery, which is like, virtual galleries that you can send to your clients, they can order prints from, things like that. They have Zno Slideshow to make beautiful slideshows for your clients, and Retoucher to do some final, retouching work to the portraits in your albums and in your galleries and things like that. What I'm going to be looking at right now is Zno Gallery. I can go to Workspace, and you can see that this is a test account. There is existing galleries in here, but what we are going to do is create a new gallery, and I actually want to test this from the Lightroom Classic side first, before I look at the user interface on the, Workspace side of things on their website. So I'm going to open up Lightroom Classic. I've already pre-installed the Lightroom Classic plugin for Zno, and you can see here that I've got multiple galleries already created. Now these are, because this is a test account they have provided me, there's existing test galleries in here. I can click on these. I won't see anything because I don't have the photos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and hit create a collection, and I'm going to call this Mary Chara Wedding. This is my friend Mary and Charlie's wedding I photographed during the pandemic, and I'm going to hit create, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit create a set, and I'm just going to call it the church set for the wedding, and I'm going to add that in here. Now you can see there's no photos included in here, but I'm going to go to my collections, go to Charlie and Mary's wedding. I'm going to just add the 4 stars and ups. I've already culled these photos inside of Imagine, so I don't need to do any additional work, and I'm going to just drop them into church. You can see 156 photos, and let me just quick scroll. I'm going to hit publish. It is going to start uploading the published collection. So the collection is Mary Chara Wedding with a set called Church. And you can see if I scroll up, we can see new photos to publish. And it's going to start separating published photos from, so this is a modified photo to republish, things like that. It's going to start separating and organizing that way. Now, if I flip back to the Zno side and I refresh, we should start seeing, here's Mary Chara Wedding right here. And I can already click in and start seeing the photos pop in here, as it's uploading. Now I can click into a photo, I can enlarge a photo on this side, and we can really, dial in different settings for what for each photo. I cull and edit using Imagine, which happens through Lightroom Classic. This is where I would always start, no matter what gallery system, no matter what album system, I would always be starting, or whatever slideshows, whatever it is, I would always be starting inside of Lightroom, which is why, again, I wanted to show the Lightroom Classic plugin and how that works. Its simplicity and its two-way sync capabilities is another potential benefit from using a Lightroom plugin like this. So with that said, I'm going to pause the recording, let this finish uploading, and I will be right back as soon as it is complete. So it's still uploading, but there's enough photos uploaded that I wanted to just dive right in to the website part of Zno. So I'm going to just walk you through the interface, show you what it looks like, how it functions, the different things you could do with it, to give you an idea of its flexibility. So first of all, you see this grid. It looks very familiar, right? Like most gallery systems, it's very familiar, showing you the thumbnails with these sort of like slide-like borders around it. So you can see up here, it says image only versus show file names. If I click this, it now adds the file names below this sort of slide style bordered photo. So I can easily match up the photo back in Lightroom if I have to, or on my computer if I have to, things like that, right? I'm gonna turn that back off. You can then sort by the date taken, the upload time, the title being the file name in my case is what it would be. And things like that. I could add photos from here. So I can upload from Zno Retoucher if I used it. I can upload from a folder, or I can just upload files. And then of course you could also click view to view the gallery on the front end, which we will get to down the road. Then there is of course the share button, which allows you to draft a message, an email, and send the email to your couple, to your client, whoever it might be. They have templates. You can create one, save it, and then insert that template. So that way you don't have to write it manually every single time. It's sort of like in Gmail. If you were to create an email and then save that as a template, same sort of thing, except it's inside of Zno's interface. There's a download pin option, so you can make it so that it includes the pin to download the photos, send you a copy, and then send invite. Now we'll show you what that looks like as well once we get to that point. Okay, now here you can rename the collection if you want. And then you can add additional sets as well. So how do the sets work? Well, I'm going to show you once Lightroom is done uploading. I'm going to show you exactly how that works. But basically, if you were to do a wedding day, for example, you could separate the collection, right? The collection being, in my case, called Mary Chara Wedding. You can make different sets like getting ready, versus the bride getting ready, the groom getting ready, the first look photos, the bride walking down the aisle, the first kiss, right? All these different things, you can break them into different sets if you want to make it easier to organize and flow for your client, okay? Now I just lumped them into church for the upload process, but I'm gonna go back once it's all done and show you what happens if you separate the parts into sets. And I'll just add maybe 2 or 3 and so you get a feel for it. Now, I'm going to go to settings for this collection. You can see here again, I can name it. I can set an expiration for it. I can make it so they are forced to register their email. And if I want a password, we can make it so that this requires a password in order for them to view it. Now, in my case, I'm just going to turn on email registration because you want to get those leads, right? You want to be able to get those emails. You can add it to your database and then do email marketing. So that way, if you have a groomsman or if you have a bridesmaid or somebody like that is downloading, ordering prints, you can pitch them sales, right? You can try to get them to keep your name in the back of their mind so that when the time comes for them to get married or for them to have a family session or whatever it might be, you have their email address. Okay. So under download, we've got the download status. So you can allow your clients to download photos from the collection. A download pin. So this is where what I just showed you in the email, you can send this download pin and you can reset it as well if you need to. Gallery download, if you want to allow them to download all the photos or individual photos. Okay, so you can have them allow them to download everything or just original, and then you can choose what sizes you want them to be able to download. So if I only want them to be able to download web size, 1500 pixels at the most, you check or uncheck that. Now, that's what I would typically do because I want my clients to order prints, so I would not allow them to download the high resolution. Now, if you noticed, it actually saves in real time. There's no save button, which I think is pretty cool. As you see that, there was that alert there, right? So if I turn this off, right, you get that little alert at the top right. It's saving in real time. You don't have to remember to hit a save button. Okay, advanced settings. You could allow or disallow or make it available or unavailable for individual sets within the collection to be able to be downloaded, right? So let's say getting ready photos. I don't want them to download that. Or maybe I do. You can choose and dial that in as you want. Under the design tab, this is where you can design what your gallery looks like. You can see the cover photo is here. You could change the cover photo, right? So you can upload a fresh cover photo if you want, or it's just going to choose, I think, the first one that's uploaded otherwise, right? Set cover focal. So if you want, you could move the focal point for the cover photo. Okay. You can change the typography of it. So it gives you some choices. We got favorites. So you can allow your clients and their guests to favorite photos. So they can always come back another time. They can even add notes. If you want to turn that on, you can have them add notes. And then you've got store, allowing them to purchase directly from you. And you have a price sheet, which we'll get to the price sheet somewhere in here. We'll see where that is. I'm assuming it's under one of these. We will see exactly where that is. But set up your price sheet here. Here it is. By the way, real quick, let's just check in the set. Oh, all the photos uploaded. So before we get to the price sheet, I'm going to go back. Let's go back to this gallery. Okay, all the photos are uploaded. Remember what I talked about? There's these different sets. So what I'm going to do now in Lightroom is we're going to add another set. I'm going to call it create set, bride getting ready. And we're going to do, don't think I did a groom. They didn't want groom getting ready for this. So I'm going to just take these and I'm going to move these to bride getting ready, 26 of them. And we're actually going to delete those from here. And now I'm going to do, I will separate and let's see. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do groomsmen as another set. And I'm going to just do groomsmen there. Delete these from here. And now I'm going to hit publish. It's going to remove the photos that I just deleted photos to remove. It's going to remove it from that set. And we're going to publish these. And we're going to now have 3 different sets. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to update. But watch now. If I refresh this, we now have bride getting ready is already starting to appear. I can go here. We would see 1 photo is already there. And the photo is going to be removed from here soon. You can see groomsmen is now showing as well. Okay, so while that's going, we are going to go back to the price sheet. I want to take a look at what they did here. So price sheet. This is the one that's here installed in this demo account, this test account by default. I am going to add a new price sheet. I'm going to call it Scott Wyden price sheet. And the lab is Zno. Here is one of the cool things about Zno is that not only do they have the gallery creation software, not only do they have the album creation software, but they are also a print lab. Okay, so they can print your prints for your clients. They can also print the albums for your clients. Now, in this video, in this article, I am only doing gallery. We will do album in another one. Okay, so we've got the automatic fulfillment. You can also self-fulfill if you want and specify which print lab you're going to use. So if you want, you can self-fulfill. It'll give you the whatever settings, I guess, that it needs for the output, show you the products that are available from those print labs. But otherwise, we're just going to do automatic through Zno because that's their capabilities. So why not? Okay, so we can choose now, I guess, what prints we want. So we can edit the price. I wonder if you can edit the price all at once. Let's see. Add product. No, so you have to do it in bulk. Okay, I mean in one by one instead of in bulk. So we're going to hit edit and standard print. Oh, here's your bulk markup. All right. So what we're going to do, 4x6, 60 cents for the price. No, we're going to do a markup. Let's try 400. Prices are rounded up. No rounding. Let's round up. 400%. Now it's $2 for a 4x6, $16 for an 8x10. We can go even higher. Let's go 10% markup. Oh, sorry, I was lower then. Let's go one. Oh, I guess the highest I can go is 100. What? Didn't I do 400 before and it let me? Okay, so I guess that's what it is. It limits it to the hundreds for the markup. It doesn't allow you to go to the thousands. So here we go, $29. That's more like it. But there we go. So there's that. Manage options. We can even add more. We can do paper choices. Pretty good. Here there is a save button. That's interesting. The other settings, there was no save button, but here there is. It shows you examples of it. I mean, it's beautiful that it gives you all this information. All right, so we got that one. Let's check out square prints. So our options are 5x5 and 8x8. Apply bulk markup. I'll go back to the 800. And you can see now an 8x8 is $26. Nice. Okay, let's see. Now let's go beyond prints to see what else is available beyond prints. Metal print, acrylic print, canvas print. I love canvas print. Metal frame. That's good. Let's check out the frame settings and configurations. So we got a lot of sizes. 24x36 is my favorite. Print choices. Nice. Metal behind a frame. That's interesting. Style thin or deep. Okay. Let's see what their price is. Pretty on par with others. Okay. So that makes me happy. That's pretty good. And let's check out what else there is. So here's the albums. We will get to the albums again in another article, another video. Let's check out the canvas options because I am very particular with my canvases. Okay, so you have different sizes. It only goes up to 24x36. I sometimes like to go bigger. Standard frame, thick frame for the canvases. We go thick frame. I wish it would go higher than 24x36, but the cost is pretty good, so that is fine with me. Okay, so we got the products. I'm okay with that. Tax rate, so if you're in a location where you have to charge tax, which is more than likely, you would go in, you would choose I am in New Jersey, so we'll go New Jersey. The tax rate is somewhere around 7%. It changes all the time. I do not have to charge for digital photo taxes, and not for shipping. But for the product itself, yes, taxes are in there. Shipping, we're not doing self-fulfillment, we're doing automatic. So the nice thing is in automatic, you don't have to worry about it, they handle it. But for self-fulfillment, you have to give it the price. And you can even separate shipped international if you want. Flat fee per order for shipping. Interesting. And then payments. You got PayPal and then offline. So it looks like your customers would have to pay by PayPal, but it's PayPal Express, which means that it can also be a credit card. It doesn't actually have to be a PayPal to PayPal thing. It can just be, they can enter a credit card, enter their name and email, and done, right? They don't have to actually have a PayPal account to do it, which is nice. And then there's the offline, so they can send you a check or cash, and then you can just say money is received and the processing will happen. So that is really good. Okay. Let's go back to this. So we got a watermark for the galleries. So you got a proof watermark. You can add your own watermark. All right, there we go. We can scale it. We can name it. And we can do the opacity and save. Now, keep in mind, this is only for the gallery viewing. This is not for prints, but they will see that. And then here we can add our email templates if we want. I'm going to skip that for now, but it's nice that we can do that. Here's how you find the Lightroom plugin that you can download. And yeah, okay, so let's go back to the gallery and let's see what we got going on here now. I'm going to refresh and make sure it's good. Now, church 140, getting ready is 26. Groomsmen, there are 11 photos. Perfect. Okay, so let's take a preview of this. This is what the client would see when they get an email. And first of all, let's just send an email. Let's send it, and we'll say, "Hello, Scott. Here is your gallery. I hope you enjoy the photos." Okay. We're going to do the download pin. Send me a copy. Okay. Send invite. All right. So I should have an email in a second. And this is what it'll look like. This is the download pin. I'm viewing the collection as the owner. Let's not view it as the owner. Let's view it as the client. So let's go back here and do this. Okay, so now I should be viewing it as the client. So this is what the client sees. They see the first preview photo, and then here they see the different sets. So they can switch between the sets for how you organized the gallery, right? And on each thumbnail, you see the favorite button, the download button, and the cart button. Okay, so if I was to click on one photo, again, I got the download button and I have the favorite button. If you notice, there's no print button on this. Okay, I can go to the next photo, no print button. Don't know why, but they don't have the print button on that. There's this at the top here, and I'll get back to the store part of things in a second, but here's the favorites. Here's my notes. I love this photo. Let's find another one. Gonna heart this. Beautiful moment. Save. Excuse me. And we're gonna go back. Okay. So we've got a bunch of favorites. You can see here I can click on the heart and get to my favorites. And I can download photos. So this is to download the entire gallery. Okay, this button up here is to download the entire gallery. So if I was to do this, the pin, it'll give me the option if I want to download each set, which I do, and I can hit start download. I'm not going to do that, but it's going to download a zip file. Just to give you an idea, I'll just hit start download. I wonder if it's going to email actually when the zip is ready. Let's see what happens. And I'll stop it because I don't really need to download it, but let's see what happens. Actually, I might let it go because I am curious of looking, does my copyright remain? Things like the metadata, I wonder if it all remains. So we will see. Okay, so it did give me a zip. We're going to download the zip. Okay, so we're going to let that go. Let's go back to here. Okay, so we can browse through the photos, right? We can browse through the photos, all the getting ready photos, all the groomsmen photos, the main church photos, everything, right? You can go through it all. This is where you can sign in and out as the person viewing the gallery. Here is a shopping cart. Now, right now I have nothing in the shopping cart. You can see, right? We can go back to the gallery. Now, let's say I wanted to order a print of this one. I would go and hit the cart icon. And now it's going to bring up all the choices. I'm assuming in a second, the photo is going to pop in here. It's not the photo I clicked on, which is interesting. But let's go standard print, see what it looks like. Yeah, so it's not giving me a preview of the photo I actually clicked on. That would be nice for it to do. I know that's a little bit more development work for it to happen. Oh, and I also I have to change the pricing. Because I still have it set for the original price. Let's go back to here, store, and we're going to change it to my price sheet. And let's go back to this and refresh. Okay, so let's say I did want to order this one. Now it should have my prices. Yes, it does. So standard print starts with $3. Okay, going back to what I was saying before though, I wish that the photo I clicked on is what showed right here. It is nice that I can switch between the sizes and the finishes right here, but I do wish that the photo that I clicked on is what was previewed here, because that does get a little bit confusing from the end user perspective that they're seeing random photos or stock photos. But I also do like that I can switch to a bigger size without having to go back to the gallery or anything, or switch to wall art. So the interface as the user is really, really nice and seamless and fluid. The only thing is what I just mentioned. I want to see the photo I clicked on. All right, let's go back. Oh, let's make a canvas. Let's just do it and see what it does. Okay, so they got this really nice previewer. So instead of it just doing the photo I selected, it lets you choose the product and then lets you pick which photo you want. That's a little bit extra work. Although you can say only show the favorites, but still, it's making me, whoa. Okay, apparently the client can crop. So I'm just swiping up and down on my Apple Magic trackpad. And I can swap, and apparently I can rotate as well. I mean, I can zoom, and I can crop, and I can rotate. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting to be able to do that. So that's, I don't know. That's okay. It's okay. Let's try this one. I like that it's showing me the mirrored edge. All right. If I preview, what's the preview do? Okay, so that preview just does that. And I can save. I'm assuming that's saving to the cart. And let's go back to the print store. So it's interesting that it does that. It almost seems like it's a redundant system to allow me to choose the product I want from the photo and then bring me to another sort of store to then design what I want. Why not just do it all in one interface? I don't know. Let's try this. Art. That's pretty. Make metal frame. Let's see how that looks. Rotate. Let's do a black frame. And let's do all right. It looks good. And let's save that. Now if we go to the order button, we should have 2 in the cart now. We have 1 in the cart. I don't know why. So something's going on with the print store interface too, where it's a little confusing. I hit save. I wonder if I have to hit order for it to get into the cart. Let's try another one. Let's try a square print. All right, just for the heck of it, we'll just do any photo. It doesn't even make a difference. Just trying to figure out how the client actually adds it to the cart. Let's do this one. Oh, you can order all prints. Interesting. Okay, now I'm gonna hit order. We should have 2 in the cart. Okay, so that's what it is. In my opinion, that order button should be add to cart up here at the top right. This should be an add to cart button. This is a save your design button. This should be an add to cart button, not an order button. That's very confusing because it's just a little bit less intuitive from the end user perspective. This should have all my notes. Oh, this has what I was working on, all the saves of what I was doing. Okay. All right, let's go back to the gallery. Let's see if I missed anything else. We've got the saved stuff I was working on. We've got the favorites. We've got the cart. This is a download everything. I'll show you what that looks like in the zip in a second. This is my account. Again, we've got the sets here. Went through this. This is the main gallery. Click on the photo. We can download one photo. See what happens when we download one photo. Should just be simple JPEG. It is. Okay, so if I bring in my downloads folder, here's a JPEG I just downloaded. And if I look at the metadata, all my metadata is here, except where from now has the URL for Zno, this web proofing URL. Otherwise, the metadata is all here. Let's check out the zip. So it breaks it into pieces, into the sets, and all the metadata is here as well. So there we go. That worked really well. Okay. So overall, I think that there's room for improvement as far as the interface goes. Like this takes up a lot of space, unnecessary space. Like there's not even a button here that says like view gallery to scroll down to view the gallery. I think it needs something there. I love the sets. I think that is very intuitive. Most gallery solutions do the same thing, so it's really great that it's, consistent to that. I do wish that if I clicked in here, I can still get to the print store from here. I love the notes here. I want to go back to the back end as the photographer in a minute, and I want to see if I can see the notes. I love that I can download one by one, add as a favorite from here. But again, where's the print button from here? I want that. The download all works beautifully. The one area where I think could really use and that weird bug. Okay, so I click on a photo, and if I click on the photo again, I would expect clicking on the photo the second time to go out of the light box. But instead, if me hitting escape, I can hit escape and it does it. But if I click on it again, it goes to this weird extra light box on top of this light box. So that's a little bit of a weird thing. And then of course the print store thing is a little awkward. I'd want two things. One, I'd want to click on it, preview the photo I want, and I want this to show the photo I clicked on. And then if I click on the product, I want it also to show the product I clicked on, and then let me crop and rotate and do that stuff. And then once you're in there, that button up the top that says order should be add to cart, because you're not actually ordering at that moment. This button right here should be add to cart, not order. Okay. So as far as that goes, it's beautifully done. It's just those little quirks that I think need some improvement. So I'm going to make this the cover. Clear selection. One selected. Make cover. There it goes. Now it's been updated. Okay. Clear selection. Let's select all. I'm going to add the watermark to all. Apply to all in this collection. Obviously that takes some time. But now if I refresh this should have the new photo at the top. Yeah, it does. Much better. This is how you can tell us during the pandemic. And there's the watermark. Okay, so the watermark is showing nice. Now, I don't think I would ever do this, a watermark type of thing like this on actual client photos, but it's nice that you have the capability to do it. So if I view favorites, activities, favorites. Oh, the note. Here it is. Okay. So I can view them, but you can see the notes when it's favorited. So in this case, you have to tell your clients, hey, if you want to add a note, just add it to your favorites, add a note. I'll be able to see the notes in the back end. Okay, so we just had a big deep dive look into Zno Gallery, and as you can see, it's quite robust. It can do everything that you would need as a professional photographer to proof and deliver your photos to your clients, both in digital and print. With that said, let's do a quick recap on everything that Zno Gallery offers, and then you can make the decision for yourself. For me, I think it's a pretty cool powerhouse. So, Zno Gallery. It comes with this easy-to-use Lightroom Classic plugin for you to publish your galleries and manage your galleries directly from Lightroom within your Lightroom workflow. Powerful. Zno Gallery allows selling Zno products, meaning you don't have to go to a third-party print lab. You can just have the prints done by Zno. Powerful. Its products are competitively priced with other gallery solutions which have to partner with outside labs because they don't handle the prints themselves. By signing up for Zno Gallery, you get discounts on other Zno lab products like their prints, their wall arts, and more. And you can pull images directly from Zno Gallery into Zno Designer. There you have it. That's Zno Gallery. This was a complete deep dive overview on everything Zno Gallery. Make your decision. Look at what I shared. Make your decision for you, what's best for you. What I know is Zno best for me. I still have to make that decision for myself. But I'm impressed. Call me impressed.